Yo, 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 yo. This is the Underdog Podcast. The most known unknown. Where real eyes realize. I am your host, Sly. Alongside with my guy T Lee finna join us in a couple minutes. I hope everybody having a good day. What it do, man? What it do? Hope everybody having a peace, loving, and abundance day. You know what I mean? Out there getting that fresh sunlight. You know what I mean? Today's episode 12, and we labeling this Dear Black Man. Today's episode is featuring Black Erotica Author, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur Ariane Monet. She will be joining us later on in the podcast, so y'all guys tune in with that. Give me a second, man. Let me go ahead and invite some more people into the live. You already know how that shit gets down. Shit, I hope everybody having a good day. What's going on out y'all? Yeah. Today's weather looking real lovely today. Hope everybody weekend going by good. You know what I mean? Shit, on today's news, we all see the goddamn president talking about food shortage after everybody been discussing food shortage for the past 6 months and shit. Now he want to bring it up and shit. Bitch ass nigga. What it is, Tilly? My guy up here trying to connect. What it do, man?
Yo,
What it do?
what's happening, bro?
Shit, live on the cash, man. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, letting people know what's going on.
Yo. Welcome to the Underdog Podcast. Tapping in right now.
Right, man. Send them kites out, dog.
Uh,
Gotta send them kites out. You know what I mean? Topic of discussion, what's going on today. Everybody's out there all out of whack. You got the president talking bullshit as usual. The Biden administration don't give two fucks about the people. And I'm happy at the fact that everybody, each day unfolds, starting to realize
I'm back.
that our president administration ain't shit, whether it's Democrat or Republican. Yeah,
Shit.
you already know how that shit be like, man. What's good, man? What you got going on, man?
Man, I just dropped my, you know I did. I just dropped my other logo, man. Like I always say, man, like you are your brand. You know what I'm saying? You represent your brand, so it's a part of you. You gotta live your brand, you feel me?
All day, every day.
Got to.
God damn it.
Manifestation, bring it into existence. You know what I'm saying? I believe in myself before I wait for anybody else to believe in me.
You got to, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So, bro, check this out, bro. I got like a couple little topics on my mind I want to get to, bro.
Okay, then.
So I don't know if you heard about it, bro, because you don't live in Florida, Orlando at this point.
Right.
But you know, everybody that's in Orlando is in the uproar about the simple fact that this 14-year-old boy lost his life Friday night on International Drive.
Oh man, yeah, I feel for that, man, for the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's big. You know, for something like that to happen, and it looked like as if the worker was kind of nonchalant with it too. You know,
Type shit.
yeah, like oh well, I made a mistake, my bad. But then, like, proper procedures and protocols come with it too. You know what I'm saying? You got a teenager operating equipment. Like, basically, I'm putting my life in your hands. You know what I'm saying? When I get on this ride, so if he's overweight or whatever it may be, he shouldn't have never been on the ride. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're a company employing teenagers, you know what I'm saying? Something like that happen, like. You basically got to have somebody to be like a parental, supervision or something like that. Like, it should be an adult there. Then, if they're operating rides, they can take lives.
Yeah, bro.
For that.
I was just like looking at the photos, bro, the pictures of it.
Yeah.
And just going back and looking at the pictures, bro, Buddy wrote the 14-year-old kid wasn't even strapped in safely,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I can see that plain and clear. He should at that point, bro. He should have been like, you know what I'm saying? He can't get on her if it ain't gonna fasten all the way.
Yeah,
I know my
I don't,
anxiety. I know my anxiety, bro. When I was younger, going to like Universal and just the thrill of it,
right,
bro. I used to be having anxiety, like, bro, if I'm strapped in, bro, we good before it take off. Hey,
but
man. Like
man,
tug on my shit, bro. Come over here and tug my shit.
I don't know if
Real.
you saw this video, bro, but when I first saw this shit, it was a guy
Yeah, I didn't
recording.
see the video, dog. I
Okay,
couldn't
so
even
so
want to watch
so
it.
the video I seen was a customer. He was a guy. I don't know if he had family on the ride, but he was recording his family, like, getting strapped in and whatever, whatnot. But he was talking to the ride operator, recording him and shit. And the ride operator was just basically telling him, "Yo, you can get on too. It's just $12 this evening to get on." And the guy that was recording was like, "Nah," type shit, like basically saying, I ain't fucking with it. And I felt as though at that moment the ride operator was maybe, distracted with a little mixture of carelessness. You know what I mean? And he didn't, do his job all the way correctly. So he ended up, instead of safely checking the other side for everybody to be strapped in safely, he just went to the goddamn thing and started the ride up. I ain't seen him check nobody's shit to see everybody was safe around the whole ride. He just started that motherfucker up. And I think that was his
You say
aim.
he just started it up, bro?
Yeah, because like, before you hit start, you're supposed to go around as the ride operator and check everybody to see
Nah,
if they
you supposed to do
safely
that, bro. That's the
right.
thing. Like that, it don't matter if it's 20 people on the ride, 10 people on the ride. You're supposed to always go back.
Exactly.
Then you notice when they put you in, they come back around, they tug it a little bit, boom, boom, boom,
Yes,
boom. All
bro.
right. Yeah, that you can clearly see, bro. Anybody standing up that, you know what I'm saying? They say when the ride took off, but it already was like, man, if I don't make it off the ride, you know what I'm saying? Tell my people I love them. He knew it was wrong. Then he freaked. I would have freaked out too, bro, if I realized the ride going off and I feel that lever coming up. Man, it's only so much you can hold down, bro. And the
But
speed
they
going
say
up like that.
that's the tallest ride ever, but it's a 450-foot drop, bro, and it's going 75, 80 miles per hour dropping down, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
So even
Crazy.
when you get to the top of the ride, right, the shit makes you lean forward a little bit, bro. So if the shit was loose for the 14-year-old teenager, bro, he was hanging on to dear life damn near
Yeah, yeah,
in the air when that bitch leaned it forward. Then when it
yeah.
dropped down, they say they going 75, 80 miles, but when he was ejected from the ride, he had to be going over 100 miles dropping down.
Falling. Hey, bro. I was just like but another thing too, bro. It's like they how can I say it, bro? Where they making everybody numb, like social media and the media period, bro. For Facebook to allow or to whatever platforms to allow this stuff to be posted, bro.
I don't
Even
like
with
that
cop
shit.
slams, everything. But when you want to talk about coronavirus or have freedom of speech or whatever you want to say, they take you down instantly. They gonna flag and everything. But they desensitizing people to where death, they normalize, get you used to it. So it's like, all right, we
Used to it.
already see what's gonna happen, bro. If I'm out, that's why I ain't want to watch the video because I'm like, bro, that could be me. That could be any one of my kids.
My
It could be
kid,
anything
bro.
going on, bro. And they just let me know what society gonna do to me, bro.
Yes,
They gonna
bro.
pull shit out, record me. If the police choking me out, and I'm out that bitch like, damn, bro. They gonna put a camera in my face and just let me pass away, bro. Or if I'm dying on the bitch, ain't damn, bro. Do
Look,
something,
bro.
help make it
But
shit.
but 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 bro. We both got sons, bro. My son 14, bro. So my first thought, I was thinking about him, bro. I had to call my son. I was
Yeah,
like, let me
I
call my
couldn't even.
son.
I ain't want to watch that because I like, bro. It
What?
pissed me off. It pissed me off with people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this how y'all going. It's programming my mind to be like, bro, if this happened to you, then what people gonna do?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna. Like, damn, bro,
Damn,
we spiritual beings, but in my physical
bro.
presence, bro, I'm gonna be fucking going through it when if something happen to me.
See, bro.
Like, god
My
damn.
see, look, my guy TME Murray talking about his daughter was on that bitch last week. See, bro, like they need
Yeah,
to shut that
yeah.
shit down permanently,
It
bro.
make you think about every entity, bro, where these rides are at, bro. I
So,
mean, just having, you know what I'm saying, gotta be some type of protocol about letting the teenager control stuff, or you know what I'm saying. It's definitely gonna be different, bro.
so
And
check
I'm
this out,
thinking to
bro.
myself, yo,
I was thinking about this shit, but I even went a step further. I ain't do the research yet because I was preparing for the cast today and shit, but right?
right.
But I'm gonna do it when I get off. I'm going to look up the company that built that whole ride up, and I want to look into all the other attractions they built
Oh
in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Orlando
You want to see who
and
entity?
outside of Orlando.
Yeah. Well, you
So
know
I,
Disney did. You know what I'm saying? But it's
bro, yeah, I bet you money that same company built a lot of Disney rides, Universal
oh yeah,
rides,
fucking right,
and look at the safety of them. We should be
bro. But you
questioning this
gotta,
shit.
but you when you think about it, bro, it's like you know we ain't never really used to hearing or seeing nothing like this either, bro. But you always think about it. If you personally gonna get on the ride, you be like, boy, man, bro, I've been starting this bitch, bro. But before you even go push the level, if my shit loose, bro, I'm like, hey, better start this bitch, bro. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling you.
Like,
Okay.
damn, bro. No, bro, but that's a teenager himself. Supposedly was a teenager, but neglecting another child, bro. So it's like you can't you can't think that teenagers gonna think the same way as how an adult would, bro. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
of
So
course
it's
not.
like the responsibility still ain't there. They probably getting their first job still, or just learning how to work. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna be 100% on everything to a T in what they doing. So
So,
you at
boo,
least need to have another person there checking behind them.
I like how you said that shit, bro. Cause look, check this out, bro. So a lot of teenagers attend to work jobs like how you want to call it, in the restaurant business, or they work little jobs like that, attractions like that. And when you think about it, bro, teenage kids don't look at these jobs that they get as teenagers as careers, a job. So they just like, oh, I'm just getting it for a check. So that attitude, they don't understand how of a responsibility they taking on by taking this position. See, if you work in a restaurant industry, that position is very important. They may not pay you like it is, but it's very important. Why? Because you can easily feed somebody something that they're allergic to and kill them. You're
Nah,
feeding
big
people
fact.
chemicals. So you must be, show customer service and cleanliness when you working in the restaurant industries. The customer service got to be up there. I know sometimes we go to work, you don't want to be there, you're in a bad mood. But when you in positions like that, when the customer's life is in your hands, I think
Yes.
you can't half step like that, bro. You can't
Yeah.
afford to half step
And
at
it
your job
and it
because,
it happens a lot,
yeah,
bro. It happens a lot. You
exactly.
gotta you got to you go to these restaurants. You have the manager, the actual adult. They might
Yeah,
be in the office. You might not really see them like that. So 9 times out of 10, these teenagers are serving your stuff. Let them have
exactly.
a bad day, or you never know what's going on, bro. And all of a sudden now they feeding people expired stuff or whatever going on, bro. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like no, bro. But nah, that's an awakening, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, for respect of the family and stuff like that, I just like I don't want to watch it because I got a child, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or it can be me. Like I'm dried out. I'm like a raisin, bro. I'm dried out from all this stuff, dog. I'm just tired of seeing all that, bro. Like, and it's letting me know how majority of society look at stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah, because when it comes to like one of our own or one of us getting killed, they don't mind sharing that video all around. You know what I mean? And people don't understand when you sit there and you be on live, watching people get their ass beat, brutally or killed, that
yeah,
desensitizes you. So when you see it in person, you may react nonchalant to it. to the
That
fact
part.
that it happened because you see it all the time. So
Yeah.
desensitizing humans, especially us, is bad, and it makes us not hold the people accountable because we look at it like, oh, we see it every day. I see it on the internet all
Yeah.
day.
Like it ain't no
No
big
consequences.
issue. Yeah, it ain't really nothing. We see it all the time. It happens. But soon, hey, when a UFO shoot across the sky, you know what I'm saying, versus somebody's life, they gonna talk about the UFO, cause that ain't nothing norm, bro. That's not the norm. It's like that's why the media and social media, the way they doing stuff. Oh, black people getting melanated beings getting their ass kicked and all that on camera. It's the norm, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's normal. It ain't nothing different. That's why right now, when it happens now, or it's been happening, but it's nothing after it. You know what I'm saying? It's the marching with our people, and they just be like, all right, enough of that. You know, like, all right, it's over. It blowed over. Hey.
Yeah, because they hit you with another distraction.
Yeah.
They hit you with distractions on top of distractions on top of distractions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the biggest distraction, what they got everybody on right now, they want everybody to forget about this, fake ass pandemic they put on us for the last 2.5 years type shit,
Yeah.
and how they just rolled to the next gimmick, which is the war. And I don't know if nobody really noticed, but China's back on lockdown.
Yeah, I see that.
China's back on lockdown, and with China being back on lockdown, China and the USA they working together. So I mean, think about it, people. And then they pushing this food shortage shit now. You know what I mean? If you've been paying attention, a lot of people outside the media has been saying this food shortage shit way before Joe Biden ever mentioned this shit. Now that
Right.
the president's mentioning this shit, now it's about to be major food shortage, and all of us are starting to see it. In the
Right.
major shopping centers we shop at right now. You feel me?
Hey, bro.
Can't even hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, I think we got the guest
What'd you say?
in right now too. I think I seen in the comments.
Yeah, I saw in the comments.
Okay, then. But yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Underdog Podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. It's Third Eye
Yes,
Slide
sir.
T Lee. The Underdog EP is out on all platforms.
Right now.
Organic video is on the way. Man, when y'all see this, I still feel like I'm having like goosebumps, like, I'm about to shoot the video again. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like, well, I already did that bit the other week. Like, it's just too hard.
man, let's be honest, man. That shit finna be a movie, bro. You
I
know what
know.
I'm saying?
Real talk. It's real deal finna be entertainment for you. We
uh,
bringing back the real. Y'all think y'all gonna be watching BET back in the day on Route City. Feel me? 106 and Park video.
type shit.
Hey, man, come on, bro.
Oh man, for real though, man. Shout out to everybody that listened to the tape so far, man. If you haven't gone,
Hey,
it's on every platform, like we said, man. On every
we
platform.
appreciate those streams, man. I'm seeing y'all definitely messing with the single organic too. Apple done gave us our stars.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Shit
So,
doing
man.
numbers. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shit, I'm excited about this guest coming in today, man. A lot of people don't understand, man. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
a black erotic author. She's a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
part.
She really, out here pushing that positive energy on
Yeah.
black love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. The black love for the to bridge the gap of the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a melanated man, like, we're used to everything attacking us on all type of levels. You know what I'm saying? Just because, when you really understand our power, and just to have that feminine love, there, just because
Type
we're
shit.
faced with so much, and the media is trying to put so much against us from the feminine, as well, to have them feel some type of way and create a narrative towards us. But to hear that love towards, the melanated man. We need that, right now.
Yeah.
We need that message push. Cause I know every woman don't feel like that about the man.
Nah. It's just that they control the fucking narratives out here, man. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I mean, we really need to be out here and speaking up because
Yeah.
I feel like it's more people doing right than wrong. It's just the people that's doing right or wrong, or the women that feel like men doing wrong, they speaking up more about it because it's negative energy.
Big fact.
You know what I mean? They pushing that bullshit ass goddamn energy out there, man. But goddamn it, slowly but surely, we taking that shit back. You know, we finna own that
Yeah.
narrative back slowly but surely. Goddamn it.
Yeah, that's all we doing, man. We cleansing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dirt and a lot of germs, man. So we gotta wipe our face with a lot of this programming and indoctrination. You feel me? Once you do that, you cleanse yourself of the indoctrination that was placed on you. Start seeing a lot of things clear and learning yourself way more every day you wake up.
Type shit.
Big fast.
Hey, can you hear me clearly, bro? My boy said
Yeah,
he
I
can't
hear
hear me.
you.
Oh, okay. Shit, I wanted to make sure. Goddamn.
Yeah, we good. We Gucci.
Shit, we need to bring our guest in right about now.
Trying to tell you, man, it's jumping in here, man.
That bitch jumping.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, man. I hope y'all having a goddamn powerful ass,
Tell you.
positive day today, man.
Yup.
Full of high vibrations,
Trying to
feeling
tell you.
good, out there doing something productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. God moving God light every day. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The universe gonna try to hit you with. We gotta go in on that too, man.
oh
And we can
yeah.
never get to that because the universe. I ain't gonna lie. I tip my crown to my boy, my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he really did two things that stood out to me. One that proves that it was a test of him really knowing himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fall into the stereotype that they try to give us. And then, two, he was able to do, you know what I'm saying? One of the things when we face a lot of issues in our lives, and it's just showing the strength, in him, as him being himself as like a lot of people are running from their fears, and he faced
Right.
something head on, that's like one of those things. Everybody, we all human. We have the human experiences, but
Yeah.
it would be one of them things that's hard when you're losing somebody, or a lot of things happen. A lot of emotion.
Exactly.
But I definitely tip
Whole
my
bunch of
crown, dog.
much love,
A
man. I
very
appreciate it, man.
inspirational.
That's just like that's just like you were saying, man. I mean, as you start to elevate your mind and the way you move and stuff, and the universe will kind of test you. And at
Yeah,
that time, I mean, it's either you're going to pass or fail. And
yeah,
when you fail, the universe is going to keep repeating itself and hitting you with that same goddamn test until you
yeah.
pass that
Until you beat the
motherfucker.
level.
Right,
Until you
right,
beat the
right,
level,
right.
bro.
You got to beat that level.
And hey, look, and it's gonna happen so fast. You ain't gonna have time to
Right.
think
It
about
happened
it.
so fast.
You ain't gonna have
What?
time to think about it. It's gonna
I
be like, what you
swear.
gonna do?
Right.
Like how you could prepare yourself for certain things, bro. But certain things you can't prepare yourself for. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, bro. That shit happened so fast, bro. But at the same time, it's like when it happens so fast, you have to realize at that moment, it's like, oh, I'm getting tested. And
Yeah,
that's when you goddamn, you know what I'm saying, break your wrist. Do
yeah,
what you
got
do.
to, got to.
Right, right, man. And like I said, man, I just, I thank myself, the ancestors, man, and just for guiding me through that, man, on everything, bro. Like, I ain't gonna even hold you.
That's when that lyric really came to life. Hard times I prevail. You know.
Right, right, right.
It's been too many other times where you've been faced with situations. So when you got experience in it, you know, but it's still, you can have all that experience, but all it takes is it's a thin line between that and I'm ready to go there with it.
Type shit.
Yeah, it's a battle, man.
Oh, everything, man. So I mean, Shoot, bro, I ain't gonna even beat around the bush, man. I mean, with further ado, man, I gotta go ahead with our guest, and like we were saying earlier,
Big
man, we
fact.
have a black erotica author. She's a motivational speaker and an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? She got her own book out right now, you guys. She gonna talk about it in a minute. Uh,
Yeah.
go ahead and bring her in.
Yes, sir.
Everybody get to know her. She should be getting in a
Man,
second. Boom,
I'm getting
boom.
welcome, guys. Welcome to the
Hi,
Underdog
Hey,
Podcast.
how are you
I'm
guys?
great. How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
I'm good. Y'all, my Wi-Fi went out this morning. I had to come to the library. Look, it's been
Yeah.
rough, but it's
Oh
okay.
man, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, we're gonna get it in today. We definitely
Okay, I'm ready.
definitely
Yeah, yeah,
interested in this book, and as you as a person as well, like I watched a lot of clips and studied you, so yeah, I like how like Queen, like you really are coming with it, you know what I'm saying? It's an
Thank
inspiration.
you.
We need that type of
Thank you.
vibes. Like I say, we not looking. Like I say, it's cool for women to have fun, the city girls, but it's like as a man, a black man, it's like we don't want to attach ourselves to no city girl. Though, we need a black, strong, melanated woman. We need that, the one that we know gonna have our back, that nourish us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came from a melanated woman, so it's just like the woman we value. Like it
for
ain't
real.
the stereotype ain't like we not living that stereotype they try to put out there. They trying to turn the woman against the man and the man against the woman. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
With our
Oh, baby.
community.
For real, man. I mean, so we gonna really just start from the ground on up. For those who don't know who's Ariane Monet, that's how you pronounce your name, right? Ariane?
It's Ariane.
Ariane, boom.
hmm
Ariane Monet, I'm sorry. This
hmm
is wonderful.
It's okay.
In 30
It's okay.
seconds, what would you like to share to the people about yourself?
Um, I'm Team Melanin Carbon.
Gang.
um, I'm a forever evolving individual, and I'm unapologetic.
I know
Big
that's
fact.
right.
Yeah.
That's the way to be. You know what I'm saying? I respect that.
I know that's right. Unapologetic. Fuck.
Yeah.
And,
That's what's up.
It doesn't get anywhere. It doesn't
yeah.
get you anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay then.
So, when did you first come across your interest in, wanting to be an author?
Um. Well, to be honest, like I didn't really come across it. It's just always been there. I've been writing since I was like 5. I guess since you can write. Um. So I always saw myself that way, but I was around people who didn't believe in creative ability as like a real career. So I just kind of like pushed it to the side. And then, but life comes full circle. So
Right.
I pushed it to the side and then it pushed me back to the side. So here we are.
Type stuff.
So yeah,
That
I
was
feel
up.
it's
That
that.
was
always
up.
been good.
For real, I feel that. So, like, I mean, being an entrepreneur, what are some key things you learned, starting out, like the lessons you learned and the knowledge you gained during the process?
Okay, so I'm a type A personality, which means like I have a checklist for my checklist type D. And I've definitely learned the definition of trust the process, go with the flow, all of that stuff.
Big fact.
Right.
um,
For
Free.
real.
or I should say I'm learning because it's like things happen different than you plan every moment. You have to just pivot constantly. Like,
Type
um,
shit. Yeah.
but with the kind of life, like the background I have, what I kind of realize is like I'm really built for it if I don't fight it because I grew up like that, like
Right.
pivot.
For real.
So yeah, you gotta be ready to pivot because it's not gonna go as planned.
I like how
Period.
I like how you put that. You gotta be able to pivot. You gotta be able to
Yeah,
get. Hey, go this way. I gotta go that way.
Oh,
I ain't
gang.
gonna run
right.
into the wall. Hey, I'm out of there. I always gotta find a way around something if it don't go the way you want it, and put it right back to where you want it to be at.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm in full control. I ain't letting nothing else draw my energy another way.
Definitely. I'm definitely in that place right now. Like just in
That's what's
general,
up.
because I don't know why people. I feel like the more closer I get to purpose, the more I attract energy leeches, and I'm like, see, it's not gonna work for me.
For real, man. I feel you 1000% on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you fine. You fine.
So I mean, I will assume like your newly released book, a physical love letter to the black man only, devotion of intimacy.
Yes.
Uh, only your first, public release, right? That's your first one.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. I mean, how long it took you for to write that book and manifest that?
Um, from August to December 2021, so a little less than 4 months.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
I think it was a gift. Like, I mean, obviously I wrote all the words,
yeah.
Yeah.
but it was definitely like it was gifted to me because it just went
It
like
came to
it
you.
just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, my thing was like, what was the steps you had to take like to get this book released?
Can I cuss on here?
You could
Man,
do
do how
what you
you
want to do,
feel.
Okay.
man.
You hear
Talk
me?
that
We
shit.
being
Okay.
You
ourselves.
know.
Um, so my steps, like, it was not traditional. Like about 3 years, I guess it's been 3 years now. So my mom got COVID 2019. She's still here, but I lost two grandmothers, and like, so over the past 3 years, I have just really come to understand what it means to be like self-dependent, like, and watching people like judge my vulnerability.
Right.
So over time, I just started focusing more and more on myself. So kind of when it came to that point in August, maybe end of July, I just got real tired of accepting like the lowest bar from myself and everybody else. And I just jumped out the window with everything. Like I just jumped out the window with everything I wanted to do. And this was one of the things. So my process was just getting motherfucking tired. That was my process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So like,
So
that's funny. So like, when you finally finished the book and it came out to your liking, like, what was your initial feeling once you finished what you started?
Yeah.
well, I finished this. I turned it into my editor December 10th. So I was finished, and then, but I still had to comb over it. So when I released it February 14th, and it's just, I don't know, it's there. I'm hustling, I'm pushing it, but it just don't really still feel real, to be honest. It haven't really settled yet. Like it really hasn't, because I just been in grind mode.
Yeah.
So it haven't really settled yet. It's like I did it. I be looking at it sometimes like that's me. Yeah, that's me.
I feel that. When you be in grind mode,
Yeah.
you just be focusing on getting stuff done,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just like it's gonna hit later. It's one of the things where like you put so much work in, or you working out hard, you ain't gonna feel it till the next day, or you may not feel it till a week from now, or a year
Right.
from
Right.
now.
For
Like,
real.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like it's probably gonna hit whenever it really allows me to move around certain things in my life I have my mind on. Like, well, damn, okay, probably like that. But I'm a person like I don't. I mean, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, but I don't really never sit in what I got going on. I'm like, okay, what's the next thing? Like, cause I'm like, if I get comfortable right here, then I'm stay here.
yeah,
So I just go
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
that's
Did you
what's up.
ever like reach a roadblock in your writing process? When you like,
Definitely, yeah. I quit like 4 or 5 times.
yeah.
Definitely. But at that point, I had invested. People was invested with me. Like
Right.
close people that was mentors, whatever. So they was like, "Fuck that." And then, but it was like way more emotional than I thought because of the content of the book. It is very like deep and stuff. In addition to being sexual, but I thought, okay, I'm just gonna bang this out, and then it's cool because it's not about me per se, but it just took me through like certain relationships, daddy issues, self belief issues. I was just crying and typing
Right.
about nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm just he slowly walks into the room.
For real.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's real shit now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was an interesting process. Like it
It
was
be
one of
like
those things. Like if it had,
it be getting so
go ahead,
good, you
sorry.
gotta cry. You know?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
That's
but yeah,
hilarious. What made
yeah.
you like specifically choose this topic to be like devoted towards black man?
Well, honestly, I mean, it's my genuine point of view. It's just the title made it clear. Like in writing a book like this, I personally wouldn't be talking about nobody else. So, it's just when I chose the title, I just wanted the reader to understand it the way I meant it. So that's why I put it like that. But I mean, I couldn't even talk about anybody else. Like in my head, I'm not thinking about anybody else. I'm not including nobody else. So that's the only, I mean, I guess I didn't have to make everybody else know that. But if you read the book, you still know because black men is all through it. Like it's just not, like you still would
Yeah.
know. But
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to be unapologetic about that because so many times, like when it comes to black men, um, and it comes to black people, we always have to tackle this idea of including everybody else, but don't nobody want to include us in
Yeah,
shit.
big
Right.
fat.
So,
For real. Big.
and when they do include us, it's bullshit that we
Yeah.
don't want to be. It's very,
Hell
it's
yeah.
mayonnaise. It's some shit we
Exactly.
don't want.
Giving us some
So,
scraps and shit.
right. So I wanted to be clear about what I was saying, and then it's like it's a hit dog holler. So if you can't appreciate a good read and it offends you, then it I mean, it's not for you. Like if that offends you that I'm only talking to black men, then it's not for you.
Hey, bro,
Or maybe it is.
that made me feel like like you say they be when they include us in something it's bullshit, and then it's like damn, we say like we didn't want no parts of something. They be like, like how somebody gives like, I couldn't have not gave you ass something anyway. You want to complain about it?
Yeah.
It's like man, that's how they treat
Right.
us.
Right.
Like they
Fuck
ain't
shit.
want to do it, you feel me? But then they still ain't give us shit.
Right.
They,
Exactly.
they control our narratives and shit. You know.
They try.
You know what I mean? But we taking that shit back.
I agree.
On everything. So I mean, how deep is your love for a black man being a black woman? Let's talk about that.
Um, like for me, I feel like, and this is coming from a place of a person that's been hurt, cheated on, all these stuff, right? Because I think with my narrative, I want people to know it's a truth for interaction. When I talk about the black love story, it's not like all good, all bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's love. Like what your family is, you love them. Sometimes you don't want to talk to them. Sometimes you feel like being bothered. Sometimes you can't stay away, and sometimes you want to open hand slap them. But at the end of the day, but nobody else tried to do it. So I feel like that's the same way I feel about black men. Like, and it's a spiritual connection for me. It's not, I don't feel like I have a choice. I don't feel like I have a choice, when it comes to that. So it's just about how to navigate it for me.
Right.
It's, um, the deepness is as deep as my love is for myself. Like that's how I would describe it. So as I have grown to love myself more, understand myself and accept myself, that's the same way I feel about black men.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I mean,
Yeah.
even like, with that even being said, I mean, I mean, how important for a black man to read this book? You know what I mean? Like, would you say this would be like a source of mental therapy for him, being a black man,
Yeah,
facing a lot of shit in the world?
I'm glad you asked me that because that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly my vision. And I'm noticing that like when I describe the content of it, it gets put in a box like, oh, it's nasty. Or black men, when I introduce myself a lot of times as an author and stuff, they'll be like, oh, what you think you can tell us? And they think it's like like attacking thing. And I'm like I'm like, no, like the way I describe it is a dedication to black men on behalf of the black woman, a conversation about black love. So it has like 80 short pieces in it. And it has a love, intimate, and sexual either under or overtone, but it addresses like real conversations and experiences we have between each other. So it's almost like one of those things is I would like Black men to be able to pick it up and have a therapeutic experience without necessarily getting out of their comfort zone, because a lot of Black men don't have anyone to talk to, or they don't feel like they do, or
Right.
they're still developing their skills, but they still want to have these conversations, right? Um, so my goal is to open the door to like start to think like get your mind going like, okay, maybe the next step would be actually to have a conversation with a Black woman or my sister or, you know, my barber, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So we can have these conversations with each other because of course from this point of view, most of these will be directed at a romantic partner, but the conversation need to be had in our family systems first. It needs to be had in platonic relationship, business relationships, like just in our community, period. We need to like talking to your kids about sex and not doing that thing where you're like,
Right.
just don't, and you can't have a boyfriend. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's going to happen.
It's
It's
gonna
8
happen.
billion people in the world.
Yeah.
People are fucking like,
Real talk.
so,
Real talk. You gotta be open with it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It be like a fear the parent has. You know what I'm saying? Especially if their experiences when they were younger. But it's like, all right, the same as we doing now. When you got kids, it be like you trying to switch the narrative. You know what I'm saying? You got the key, you got the map. So it's like, you know, when it comes to, like you say, the sexual conversation and everything, you just gotta keep it real and raw as you can, and let them know the consequences and everything that come behind it too. If
Yeah.
you know, decide, like, give it all the way to them.
Yeah, and even what you was just saying too, how you was like, I think when it comes to the, you know, man and the woman conversation in our community, we be on defense mode off the dribble.
All the time.
Because
That's where we live at.
yeah, like when we come into the topic, you know, as a man we on defense mode, as a woman y'all on defense
Yeah.
mode for y'all side, feel me? And they like to control the narrative to put us against each other, but that's bullshit. They know us together is
Yeah.
it's a unity, man. That's
Yeah.
power.
We have, I mean, if you think about it, like, right, we have been like resold the incorrect version of our history, but they know there's a whole study called Egyptology, so they know. But my thing is like, it's funny to me because people try to argue about our strengths and tell us who we are, and it's like a Black man and a Black woman made life. There is nothing more. There's nothing else to explain when we talk about our power and our ability to like shift things. It's like the first people were Black. We made life, and then what else? What else can you say to me? Like, what else could you say to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Start letting
they
me
just
know,
hold
man.
on.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
nah, I was just nah, do your thing, bro.
Nah, I was just saying, like you say, start telling me I'm this and that, like I'm the shit. Y'all telling me I'm anything below that, I'm gonna carry
Man.
myself
where
packing like that. That's why I like old depictions of when we was carrying ourselves like that, you know, and they show all that going on. I'm like, yeah, like that's how I'm feeling. You ain't gonna make me feel nothing less than that.
For real,
where
for real.
where
I mean, so at this time, you know, would you mind sharing like a snippet from the book to the listener? Like, you know, either like a favorite chapter or a line you would like to share with us today?
Yeah.
okay, let me see if I can. I should have pulled it up on my laptop instead of actually having a book.
Exclusive sneak peek
Sure, it's better to
at
have
the
the book.
love
If
letter
you
for the
ask me.
Black man. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, the
Now I
Underdog
need to go.
Podcast. Goddamn
Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
need to go get it.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna read the very first entry is called High Demand, and I chose this one as the first one after I got done writing everything because I wanted to set the tone for the book.
Right.
Um and it's shorter, so it's on the shorter side, so I'll read this one. So here we go.
Do your thing.
And I'm gonna edit out one or two words because my daughter is right there. But you'll get the point, I promise. Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay, here we go. Oh, so I'll show you kind of the structure. So it's set up is devotions and then like a time and date. So it's kind of a combination of like devotion diary is to keep like the theme and a very like intimate interaction. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So this piece is called Hide the Men. Hide the Men. Everybody wants the black man's D. Let's be real. You're over sexualized and often objectified. You never get to say it, but you want to be looked at as a human being instead of a piece player. Now, don't get me wrong. You does that too. That is part of the reason that I'm in love with you. But you're so much more than a de-slinging threat to society. You are everything that every other man tries to be. I see that in you, but I am not the only one. They all want a piece of what you have become. After they tear you down, rip you up, and throw you out, then they show up begging for your pieces when shit gets tough. I can imagine that that shit makes you feel worthless, small to a giant. I'm here to encourage your defiance. Stay just where you are and how. Live your life in the here and now. Strip away their titles and brands. Place your standards above their hands. Grabbing asses. Selfish motherfuckers. Trifling. Greedy bloodsuckers. Ugly. Soulless mud huggers. You arose from the dirt, but they are filth lovers. No one can ever, no one can understand the heart of you unless they are a part of you. I can be that support you need when you want to hide from leashing stares. I am where you want to be if you need someone who truly cares. Everyone, everyone wants a piece of you without providing peace for you. I would never treat you so selfishly. I care for you as if you were me. Nothing can protect every part of you except a black woman's heart for you. The end.
Man, I love that.
I
I
like
love
that.
that, man.
Yeah,
I
Thank
love if
you.
you was me. Come on, man. Yay. We need that.
Thank you.
yeah, that was
Thank
good.
Yeah.
you.
I like that right there.
That
I
made me feel
appreciate it.
big already. Yeah, I'm a deep slinging threat to the society. Y'all white men want to be like me. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, dog.
God
Precisely.
damn.
It's true though. I mean, we know
Yeah,
that that's true because
Yeah.
you could take a room full of palm colored CEOs, right? Men, they run it, you could take Mr. Walmart, Mr. Saint, well, they kind of the same person, but Mr. Walmart, Mr. Target, Mr. Elon, whatever, in a
walk
room,
in, right.
and a homeless black man can walk in a room and all of them gonna get tight
Yeah.
just because of the essence and the vibe. And that's why they treat y'all like they do when it comes to policing or,
Yeah.
I call it gang violence
Yeah.
because bless you, baby. Because you are a genuine threat. It's not like a fairy tale or you're not the threat that they make you out to be, but it's definitely a threat. Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
um so yeah. So that was just my way of basically saying like I connect as much as I can without living the life to a black man, and the narrative of black women like not liking or loving y'all or, all the stuff that is made out and sometimes
Yeah.
true, to be honest. But it's not like the overarching way that we feel as a group. Like I have, close black women friends that are like minded and none of them feel that way. So that's, 5, 6 people off the top of my head. So then they have 5 or 6 friends, they have 5 or 6 friends.
Yeah.
Like
All
it's just
alike.
it's not true. Right. Right.
Nah, we
yeah,
need that though.
Um
We glad. I'm glad you bridging the gap on that because 80, I say 80% of the time, that's what's fed throughout the media all the time, and it's like, bro, like it's more to the point where it's like, all right, we see it so much, we tired of it. Like, but it's letting men know and anybody that tune in or tap into the book, like, nah, it's another narrative. It's not all what they try to show us.
Right. I mean, it's mostly not, in my opinion, because and there are some pieces that I have in there of me venting or being frustrated, but it's still from a place of love. Like it's the way you
Yeah,
talk to a person when they got you effed up, but it's like, but I still love you. So it's like that's why I say my narrative is truthful. It's not like just all peaches and cream because we have to talk
hmm,
about other things too, but it's not coming from a place of like, well, black men always do this. And I've said those things, don't get me wrong. Niggas ain't shit and all that, but it's just not how I truly felt. It was just coming from a place of like, I'm hurt, right?
yeah,
But we're not taught to like have those conversations or allowed to have those conversations because y'all too busy being gangster and we too busy being independent. And it's just when we can sit down and have a conversation, it's like two mob leaders
for real.
like
I get no
come and
damn
talk
well.
to you, right?
So you basically
Come and
like,
talk.
when you give that insert, you know what I'm saying? It's like you letting that black man. I mean, yeah, you letting that black man know, you know, how that hurt when a black woman hurt, what that hurt sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, we be too
Yeah.
busy when at that moment we not paying attention to you being hurt. But you know, I say somebody reading this, they be like, damn, like that's really how I make them, you know, make them feel when I do this or do that. You know.
Right. And that's what I hope for. Like, so that's what I said. So it could spark the thought, like, damn, okay, like for somebody that's in a space of wanting to elevate and wanting to grow, then it's like, okay, I have this piece of information that I can receive because no one is yelling at me or no one's upset with me right now. So what can I do with it?
Right.
And that's my whole goal. Like for people to walk away with something that says, what can I do with this to like elevate as a person in relation to our relationships and then the way we're raising our children. You know what I'm saying? And then the way we talk to people when we walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm a bitter black woman and I go down the street past, you know, maybe a black man's pulled over and he needs help changing a tire or something, like hypothetically, because I change my own tires, but just hypothetically, right? So I'm gonna be like, I ain't helping his broke ass. He should have had triple. It's like my mentality might go a whole nother way than the fact that he just don't have a tire iron. But I'm just in my head because I'm mad at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
That's how I roll out too.
Yeah.
Right.
On
right,
everything. Yo.
right.
So, so I mean, with all that even being said, I mean, I recently seen you had like a event with your book last
Yeah.
week. How did that go?
Mhm. It was good. That was my first like tabling event.
Okay.
So just talking to people, getting out. Like where I live at is very crabs in a bucket. So it just took a lot for me to do that because I was like, oh. But you know, it was really nice. I had my daughter with me. She found somebody to play with, so it was nice to just get a feel for what that feels like. And you know, eventually knowing like I'm gonna be out of this town one day.
Type shit.
Yeah.
And then alongside, you know what I'm saying, I saw you networking with Derek Grace people the other day.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
poetry thing. I see.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were there. I was so nervous. I was just like, oh God. But people like rate you in real time. And you know, black people play. They be like, now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to link up with like-minded people,
Right.
and really like, cause you know that's a space of growth. So I'm like, I just wanted to grow. Have a great day. I'm just wanting to like grow and get in a wealth mindset in every department. And I mean, I grew up, you know, Section 8, you know, get your income taken, go buy all the shit you couldn't afford all year. And, you know, it's just, that's not the legacy I'm leaving for my daughter. So I got to like put myself in certain spaces, even though it's uncomfortable at times.
Nah, got to. Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely.
It's required. I feel like it's a requirement because I've never like easily flowed into anything that was next level, except for it was that time to easily flow. But the lead up is always a boost.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So, I mean, is there like, you know, any other upcoming books you writing on or any like upcoming events you like to share with the people?
Yeah, I'm gonna try when we finish. Sorry, yeah, that's my baby. So I'm not currently working on anything right now just because like I said, I'm in grind mode, but I have some stuff in the vault. I'm definitely about to get ready to write a book with my daughter. And then I think that maybe next time I do this, I might do it more directed towards a black woman, like a volume 2 or something. Because what I realized, like doing writing, was that this book is just as much for the black woman as it is for the black man because it's through a black woman's lens.
Right.
So it made me think about maybe directing it at a black woman, or maybe partnering with a black man to create something that's directed towards black women. So that's kind of what's floating in my head right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, we've been noticing, you know what I mean, you've been an active member of the Underdog Podcast podcast, man. You know,
Y'all, when somebody one day y'all posted, let me tell you, it was my attitude problem that made me like tap into y'all's because one of y'all posted a clip of y'all talking about not presenting yourself as a type of woman in order to basically be valued. And that narrative is there's truth in it, but it's just like from a woman's point of view, I just be getting tired of hearing certain things. So I was like, ugh. So I just rolled my eyes, like, and one of y'all responded, and that's kind of
yeah, man.
but then when I actually started listening, I was like, okay, I might like them.
Yeah, you caught a little
like,
clip of it. I mean, I'm glad you investigated more. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know,
of course.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
some folks just hear clips of things and just go off and just be like, fuck you. Like, yo, just listen to clips. Hear the whole thing.
They just want to get the last word after that.
Right.
They don't even want to tap in no more. They just want to be like, oh, yeah,
right.
nah,
You
you
say
wrong.
something and be gone.
You wrong. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, right, yeah, but I mean, I really love what y'all are doing. I like the conversations that y'all have and stuff like that. I feel like it's like necessary because it's a lot of podcasts. Lord knows it's too many, just to be honest. But right, but the thing about it is, people have certain conversations, but they have them with the wrong intentions and wrong energy.
Exactly.
And so it's a big difference. It's a big difference when somebody is having a certain intention and energy, and when talking about 50 people have been talking about the same thing and it be all different results.
Right.
So I feel like I like the energy of like what y'all do a lot.
But like,
man, appreciate that. Yeah.
Wait, say again? Oh, I think he got frozen.
Oh, he got froze. Shit.
I'm bad.
Okay, yeah. What'd you say?
I said we appreciate it.
It's like whatever. Yeah, no, definitely, most definitely, we appreciate that, and definitely got to highlight that, you know, while we got you on here. But it's just like,
okay.
like you say, with intentions, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got a purpose behind something you doing, you know, when we not doing it for the views, the likes, and all, like we genuinely want to do this for the purpose of getting our people together and killing these narratives and enlightening folk and helping them, you know, tap into who they are themselves. We push that all the time, you know what I'm saying? Get to know who you are. Take control of yourself.
Right.
Don't let other things control
and
you.
black men are watching this, right? So you have it's influence. Like you have these black men or black boys that are being molded by the world, and like what you take in, especially as a child, it becomes who you are.
Yeah.
So they need to hear like real men having real conversations and just like, you know, more money, more bitches. And it's like, okay, cool. But if you, and I told a guy friend of mine the other day, I was like, I've never met an elevated man that didn't have bitches. Never. So it's like that's not really the goal. It's gonna happen. You know, Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? You start listing them off. You know what I'm saying?
So like last but not least, we are like under pressure because IG is gonna go on and clip us out of here like they always do. But like I say, we appreciate you accepting the invite on the Underdog Podcast. We're very lucky to have your presence with everything that you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep applying pressure. But last but not least, what does being an underdog mean to you, or when you hear the word underdog?
Okay, thank you for having me. And underdog means to me, someone who appreciates the elevation instead of trying to chase it. So what I mean by that is like you might see somebody getting somewhere really fast, but you understand that what they had to do to get there, what they had to sacrifice to get there won't last.
Right.
So a person that appreciates it knows like my journey is a little bit different than the person next to me, but I know where I'm going. So that's what I think.
Hey, that's what it is, man. We got about 60 seconds on this motherfucker, man. You know, I just be capping on our
ass. They don't want us to keep, you know what I'm saying? We keep growing our seeds and growing our plants and everything, man. But
man, I mean, like anything though, keep doing what you're doing, man. We salute you.
Thank you.
Back to you. Go ahead and get her book. Where can they find your book?
The link is in my bio.
Link is in her bio. Get her book. Especially black men, black women too as well. It's a great read.
We gotta keep supporting each other, keep building these mountains, keep being independent, start relying on this whole system. Thinking somebody gonna save you. We're the only ones that can save ourselves. So we
Exactly.
gotta start with the mental first and then take care of the body as well at the same time. You know,
Exactly. Underdog Podcast, man. With real eyes, real eyes, real
real
lives,
life.
man.
Gotta help.
No shade. Everybody have a good weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
Bye.